Okay, stand by. We're coming out to the 2-shot on 2, 3-shot on 3, Richard E.S. on 4. Stand by to 2, here we come, and cue.
That was a live picture from our control room right upstairs, and calling the shots tonight, Clifton Raphael.
Many of his students over the years have participated in this program, winners as well. He's their film teacher.
Successful Jinx film teacher saw students fly in from across the country for an emotional retirement party.
I spoke with many students who told me about the impact Raphael had on their life and how happy they are to see their teacher move on to new things.
I had a teacher tell me, my gosh, she had taught for something like 40 years, and she told me first day of school she was still nervous every single day. I have the exact same experience. Not first day of school, I actually started getting it weeks in the summer before students come in. So the biggest reward of teaching, far and away, is the relationships that you form with your students. I mean, I'd heard that teaching is a very emotionally rewarding profession, but you just don't know how true that really is and to what a deep extent it's true unless you're in the middle of it. I can see where people would get burned out on this profession, and I'm glad that I joined it as a second career after having worked 24 years in local broadcasting in Virginia and Memphis. So it continued to be fresh for me for so many years, and this just feels like a good time to be leaving the profession. I love these end-of-year screenings. They started years ago. They were called the Clifty Awards. No longer called that. Now they're called the Jinx High School Film Program screenings. So much more clever. I just love being able to highlight the best of our students' work. It's such a cool experience to see it on the big screen. And then my favorite thing that I've discovered from this is the Q&A afterwards. I love hearing the filmmakers and their actors talk about their experiences on the films. They give such thoughtful answers, but at the same time often very funny ones. I just love that particular part of it.
I filmed my film with 4 of my best friends and my grandma. So that was nice. She's in the audience. Give me a wave. Yeah!
So the joke, we were so drunk, and then we were so happy. So we're both equally goofy, which is a nice thing, to be as goofy as your partner. He was almost not a teacher. He was working at the NBC affiliate in Memphis and had done that for 20 years and worked in Virginia before that. But I knew he had a soul of a teacher. He just did. And I was like, honey, do you ever think about teaching TV, teaching broadcast? His reaction was like, no, there's no way. It was so outsized. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to touch that. Clearly that is not something, he just didn't want to be in the field anymore. But a couple years later, and I was looking for teaching jobs, and I saw on the Jinx website, broadcast TV, and I almost didn't tell him. I was like, I don't know if you're going to want this because you said you didn't. And he was like,
They hired me to do one of these stupid little shows where 2 kids will sit behind a little desk and go, welcome to Trojan TV, in exactly that accent.
They always looked at the program as like a technology program. And he was like, no, 1, it's an arts program. And 2, it's about relationships. For him, and I think for every good teacher, his students' triumphs were his triumphs.
It wins in C-SPAN's National Student Documentary Competition than any other school in the country. And this is out of thousands of entries every year, 3,000 one year, I think it was 1,500 this year. I said, suggestions, and she raised her hand and she said, don't be so mean first year.
I think from the outside, people would just see kind of a gruff man. and equipment and things like that, and not understand how much he was interested in them, how that interest and that connection really helped them see themselves as more than. So it's never been, he was like, I'm not gonna like you if you don't do great videos. It's been, how can I help you as a person? Knowing that you can walk into a classroom and that there's a teacher there who will accept you for who you are and on your own terms, that's just magical and powerful and one of the greatest things that adults can do for kids.
And Cliff is, one way that he relieves his stress, as we all know, is that he is the best Edgar Allan Poe character.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He really is.
If the acting is just really exaggerated and bad, we always say that that person went to the Clifton Raphael School of Acting. I said, hey, this doesn't work. And he was like, show me how to do this. And so I did. I showed him the reaction, which I'll show everybody now. So you get your phone and you're like,
just FYI, I have...
hey, I'm doing my acting. Do not interrupt my acting. You pulled me out of the scene. Okay, wait till I'm done with the scene. Okay, so.
One of the nice things about working with high school students is that they're of a level of intelligence to appreciate my humor, and I can in turn appreciate theirs. I mean, either that or I've just become less and less mature over the years.
What's in it?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
I'm spoiling this for you so that nobody has to watch it.
I never really expected when I started out that I would bond so closely with so many of my students. I don't want to say that I love my students or I care about them, just because that just doesn't express the depth of the feeling that you get when you help them, and then when they in turn help me through their growth. And when I see their growth and I see that I'm able to help facilitate that and that they're grateful for it, there's no feeling like it.
Move your head back just a little bit.
It's nice that I've stayed connected with a number of those students that I will continue to see and be able to see more frequently, actually, since I won't be working. The teacher who is succeeding me was a former student of mine. So I will sort of continue to live the life vicariously through her in a way.
So much in my life goes back to that first film class with Raphael. If I had not had that person who was constantly encouraging me and showing me all of this new stuff that I would have never had access to, I wouldn't be the person I am today. We've officially started the 2023-2024 school year, and I have officially started as the new Jinx film teacher. As I was teaching, I was flashing back to, like, I remember when Raphael did this with me. This is such a solid, amazing program, and I'm able to take everything he's built over the past 19 years and continue it in a way that honors him and honors the program. The day before the first day of school, we talked for like an hour on the phone. And I just gave him a list of all my questions. And he talked through everything. And then at the end of the call, he was like, okay, you know what, Hannah? I just want you to know that I have complete confidence in you. And you know I have complete confidence in you because I am talking to you. And he took the phone away and he was like, I have talked to you for 53 minutes. I looked exactly on my birthday. And I was like, oh my gosh, Raphael.
Johnny Depp got a feminist standing over here. Best film, by the way, I've seen since Signs. It's an inside joke for many of my students.
Raphael, I've told you many times, but thank you. I wouldn't be here without you. I wouldn't be a filmmaker without you. I wouldn't be a teacher without you. Who knows if I even would have gone to college without you.
I'm actually up to my neck in gratitude for one man in particular.
Thank you so much for being my teacher, but also being my friend.
And can't even think of a more important teacher in my life.
Thank you so much for being such an amazing film teacher.
I still wouldn't have had nearly as good of a experience in high school if it wasn't for your class.
I just can't thank you enough, Mr. Raphael.
Thank you for all the work that you put in during my 4 years and during the entire length of the program.
You created such a safe place for me and for so many other people.
I really do thank you for all the experiences that you gave me.
Thanks, Mr. Raphael.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being such an incredible teacher.
I can't thank you enough.
I appreciate you so much.
He's just the best teacher that I've ever had.
I wouldn't be where I am without you.
He isn't just my old teacher, he's my friend, and I really do mean that.
You're my supporter, role model, inspiration, and friend.
The way that you cared about what we did was very obvious in our day-to-day interactions.
Thank you for being by far the best teacher that I've ever had in my entire life, without a shadow of a doubt.
Your classes managed to change my life. Because of them, I went on to study film in college.
I've preached to even my professors being like, no one will ever be Clifton Raphael. There's only one Clifton Raphael from now, and there will never ever be a Clifton Raphael ever again.
You've reached so many more kids than you know through all the work that you did just to be there with us and mentor us through everything. And I'm very, very, very blessed to have been with you for 4 years.
You know, I truthfully don't know if I'd be pursuing film school or any of the projects I'm working on without your constant incentive, encouragement, critique, and guidance.
Anytime I doubt myself, I know Raphael thinks I can do it, so maybe I can.
Thanks.
Ready to see that C-SPAN bus?
I'm going to Disney World.
It's just a life.
Say hi. Say hi.
Yeah. It comes with stickers and temporary tattoos.
How are you feeling right now? Some would say ecstatic.
Some would say that.
All my students over the years, you just, you know, I hope no one's recording this because I love you guys. But I don't want you throwing that back at me later. So.
So worth it. There's a camera. Yeah, show it.
Any assistance today, sir? I can help you across the classroom. I can help you across your office.